Hello, you are watching Rappler Talk Entertainment. My name is JC Gotinga, and today we are thrilled, we are ecstatic to have here at Rappler some of the lead actors of Dear Evan Hansen, which is a touring musical that's playing here in Manila at the Theater at Soler right now. We have Tom Dickerson, who plays Jared Kleinman in the show, Olivia-Faith Kamau, who plays Alana, and of course, we have Sonny Monaghan, who is Evan Hansen, Dear Evan Hansen in the show, one of the two actors who plays the lead role. Guys, welcome to Rappler and welcome to Manila.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. How has it been so far?
Oh, it's been great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been so good. I'm having time in my life. It's fantastic.
Great to hear.
It's great. It's really warm, which is such a change to where we're
At home, it's not warm right now, so it's nice to be here.
You guys were also in the UK tour. Is that correct?
Yes, we
Yes.
were. All three of us were. And also Helen Anker, who did the UK tour with us.
Right.
But the rest of the cast are completely new, so it's nice to have like fresh faces and fresh people to work with.
How's it different? I mean, it's one thing to like do a show like for a long period of time, like on West End or on Broadway or something like that, and another to be touring. So you are always relocating and you are rebuilding the show. And
Sure.
What's the experience like?
Yeah, well, this production, the one that's in Manila, which is the same as the UK tour, is something that's called a non-replica, which means that from the original Broadway and West End version, we started from the bottom again and built it up to make our own more modernized version for 2024, 2025, rather than the 2016, which was it was relying heavily on the social media of the time because the show is very much about that, and we updated it to more, rather than just Facebook or Twitter. It's now more like TikTok as well,
Exactly,
and YouTube,
yes.
and but yeah, it's great, isn't it? It has an ensemble as well,
Yes.
which creates a lovely big world for the show.
Yeah.
It just expands it just enough to where you feel like there's more than just the story that's going on. You see how it affects the wider like online space.
Yeah,
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And also just like being on tour, we were in a different city every week, whereas now we get to really sit down and explore the area that we're in and get to see Manila and just have time to settle and really get into the show and feel before like getting up and moving again every week.
That is great to hear. I mean, I have had the privilege of catching it. I saw the show 2 weeks ago. And yes, like one of the things that are new with this production is it's TikToks. It's vertical videos now. The original one had Facebook posts and stuff. So that's a really nice touch. Please tell us about your characters. Let's start with Alana. Olivia, tell us about Alana. So I think everyone knows someone who's like Alana at school, right?
Definitely. So she's like 17 years old. She's fairly lonely and not very good socially. I think she's really trying to make friends, specifically at the beginning of the show. She meets Evan and very quickly decides that they're going to be friends, and she inserts herself into his life and his problems. And I think she's really trying to fill the void of loneliness. And in doing so, she makes some interesting, maybe not very good decisions, and it really affects other people's lives in the show. So yeah.
Right. And Jared is the friend in denial. He doesn't want to admit he's a friend to Evan.
Yeah. He's Evan's family friend who, for most part of the show, is the person that provides a bit of humour and comedy. There's usually a scene it has some heavy themes, and then the scene after will be a scene between Evan and Jared pretty much saying, "This is crazy. This is ridiculous. I can't believe you did this," out of an anxious decision. And adds a bit of light to that. But he himself, again, I think is lonely. But he's also that person in the group that, friendlily bullies someone for the sake of they've probably been bullied themselves, and they think that's probably a way of showing love. And you sort of see that progress and how that relationship carries out towards the end, of course. And it's interesting, isn't it?
And naturally, because he provides not just a bit, but a lot of comic relief. You're a hit with the local audience. Like when you look at comments online, everyone loves Jared.
Yeah, that's very kind. Thank you to all the audience. As a character, he provides a lot of also sort of like pop culture references. I've been adding a little reference to K-pop Demon Hunters, the film that's recently come out, just for a little, few extra points.
They love it. They love it so much.
But I think people take those themes of the stuff of and anxiety, and the show also talks about suicide and loneliness, and people accept those themes and talking about them a lot more when there is humour involved. You provide a way of looking at it in a different way, and when people laugh at those things, not to make jokes out of them or anything, just to find light in it, I think it then opens up for them to talk about it with their own family and friends. So I think Jared helps create that stepping stone.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then of course Evan Hansen. Tell us about him, Sonny.
Well, so yeah, Evan is a 17-year-old who's in his last year at high school, and he's just a painfully lonely, anxious boy who I'm not going to actually put any spoilers in, but he's probably in one of the worst moments of his life, and he's trying so desperately to find connection, and he does so many things that are probably the wrong thing to do, but he sees maybe he wasn't saved by someone in a moment, so he develops maybe this savior complex that goes, well, no one's there for these people, so I'm going to be that person, and that maybe leads him down the wrong sort of road. But then again, the decisions that he makes and the things that happen because those decisions are good for what happens to the characters in general. I think everyone needs the things that eventually end up happening. So yeah, it's so complicated, but it's just like life, I guess. All these characters are flawed, and we all make wrong decisions in our lives. But I think there is sometimes moments of good, even in the negative things.
Right, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things about the show. It's because the characters are flawed; they make mistakes. But you, the audience, you watch them and you root for them. You don't excuse them for what they've done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then you still want them to kind of get through it, right? Why do you think Evan? Because obviously, look, we have fans of the show right here. This doesn't happen all the time. People coming and wanna just listen to you talk about the show. Why do you think is Evan Hansen so powerful and so well loved across the world?
Again, it's like you say. Everyone's flawed, and all of the principals, apart from perhaps Zoe. I think Zoe
She's not flawed.
Yeah, perhaps there's some. Maybe she listens to some music that that is questionable, but whatever.
There's some justification for how she is, I think.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. But it shows that everyone isn't perfect, and of course, no one is perfect, and I think that's why people can connect with it so much. I mean, there's also some beautiful music, right?
It's gorgeous.
I was gonna say,
yeah. Because the music and lyricist are people called Pasek and Paul who've had some hits like The Greatest Showman, La La Land.
And they're big here in the Philippines. Those are big hits here.
Amazing. Yeah. So you can tell that from the big songs in the show that they're so memorable, right?
Yeah. So people leave the theatre, and even at stage door sometimes you get, oh, what's your favourite song? Mine's For Forever, or it's just the songs.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
What's it like? Because you came into the show at a point when the show is already a legend. It's one thing to do a show that's starting, you're originating a role, or maybe it's still on its way up. But now Evan Hansen, it's been turned into a movie. Half the world knows about it and can sing the song in their head. So what's it like for an actor to come in and pick up where previous companies have left off?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I think
It's fantastic.
so. I mean, for me personally, I joined the tour a little bit later than that they created the show, right? And then I joined a bit later. And now we're doing a second iteration of this, and I get to play Alana. And I think that just finding my own way of relating to the character and trying not to think about how anybody else has done it and find what she means to me has really helped me. And finding things about myself that I can connect to her, I think is super helpful. But it's very exciting, getting to put your own spin on a character. I think is just such a gift. Yeah.
Yeah, we back in September 2024, which isn't actually that long ago. That was a year ago. Feels like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we had such a long rehearsal process and so many musicals. I mean. You've done lots where you haven't, you've been able to bring out from the bottom. But I've done a couple of musicals where you just copy exactly what the other person has done, and you do that, and you don't really get much freedom. But our director, Adam Penford, his name is, we spent hours on like one scene and breaking it down and making sure that it was from us that we were bringing to the scene, right? Because there's a song in it called Sincerely Me, right, which is a bit of like a favourite, right?
Yeah.
And my character, Jared Kleinman, he has a lot of like funny interjections of stuff, and I know that song so well, like before doing the show. I'm just thinking, how can I say that differently? Because I know exactly how the person on Broadway's done it, exactly like that. And it does pain you to go, God, I want to be so different. And some people at stage door go, oh my, you sound exactly like the person from Broadway. And part of you goes, damn it, damn. Oh, really? Because I wasn't trying to do that.
How about you, Sonny? Like, please tell us about playing Evan Hansen. You're on stage like most of the show.
Yeah, for me, I think I loved the show for like years, and it was always Evan was like the dream sort of roles play. So coming into it, I think, and just alternating, so I had to cover initially like Ryan Capel, who was phenomenal as Evan, and now Ellis Kirk. I think for me personally, I always wanted to do it justice, and because the story is so important to so many people. So for me, for a bit, I think when I was first finding my feet in it was, let's just make it do the piece justice, and then but over time I think I've been able to settle into it and find my version of the character and really like dig into because when I first found the show I was like 16 and I related so heavily to Evan specifically. I think there's parts of me that I can draw from my own experiences and how I felt at a certain time, and I can put that on with like the cast or something, and I can take parts of me and wear them on my sleeve for the 2.5 hours of the show. I mean, and then it comes off and it goes back, and
it was an awesome thing how you got into the show as well, right?
Yeah,
we got to talk about that, right?
Yeah. So when they were casting the UK tour, they put out a casting call, sort of looking to cast someone through TikTok. And so you'd upload a video, someone would upload a video of themselves singing a song from the show, and then they'd see people in person for auditions who they thought were maybe right for it. And yeah, I uploaded a video of myself doing Words Fail, and then I got seen in person for it, did a few rounds, and then got offered the alternate.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
How cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a journey.
Wow. And so I saw you as Evan, and I would say I was really moved. And how do you keep it fresh, given that the role is heavy, and he has some scenes where it's very raw and emotional, and to have to go through that journey in your case, for every matinee.
Yeah.
Right? What's that like?
So I think for me personally, especially being in Manila, this new cast of actors, it does help that it's a fresh bunch of people, because you're getting all these new choices and all these new decisions that the actors on stage are doing, and once you do the tour for 10 months, you're sort of starting to feel like we're just doing not the same thing every time, but people have their choices they're making, and everyone settles a bit. Whereas, they get comfortable. Whereas now I still feel like I'm on my toes every show, because everything still feels brand new. I think that really helps going into it as well, because sometimes you can sit in the emotion of it and those like latter scenes of the show that are just full of like Evan's like self-loathing and his honesty and his truth. But I think having a new cast has really helped as well.
And am I correct that you have an ensemble track when you're not Evan? You're in the ensemble.
Yes, there's a picture of me over there.
I chose that photo. I want one where Sonny's in it. So
I just have to I think between a matinee and an evening show, I kind of just recharge, have something to eat, and I kind of just I hang Evan up with like the shirt that I take off the end of the show, and then I just kind of settle back into me for a bit, and then it's like just you get to take over a new position in the world. And it's great fun. I enjoy it, and I love being in the ensemble.
Isn't it a little nerve-wracking though, and you don't get to rest?
You get an hour and a half. I'll take that.
Right.
You don't get a huge rest, but I think it's just I've done it quite a lot now, so I think I've gotten used to it. At first, I was so tired between shows, but now I'm used to it. It's just we just keep going. I think
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Performers are like athletes.
And all of the ensemble that are on there, they all cover all of the 8
everyone.
principals, so they pretty much cover every single one of us, like all of them. So like last night we had Jake on for Connor, and Joey was on for Evan. So it was again a completely different show,
And
right?
3 ensemble members then.
Yeah, only 3, so they were down to 3 at that point.
Wow.
There's no offstage covers for the ensemble, so the ensemble cover all the principal tracks, and then if someone's off, an ensemble member will fill it in, and then the ensemble kind of just shifts into a different shape for all the choreography.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And
Live theater,
they work so hard.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it, right?
It's magic.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point, I want to ask you, going around the room, if it's okay, to sing for us lines that you do not sing in the show that are your favorite. So lines from the show that you love but are not yours.
I've got one. Mom. I never had that. Oh yeah. No mom who just was there because mom was all that she had to be. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
So sweet.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Thank you, Olivia.
That's okay.
What's yours, Tom?
Well, I can either go like a stupid, funny one, or I can go like a heartfelt one. We'll go heartfelt. It's words fail again. It's because you want to believe it's true, so you make it true, and you think maybe everybody wants it, needs it a little bit too, and it's just talking about how this lie or whatever it is, if you can see, evolves into something that you also think and has helped others, right? Oh yeah.
Mine's actually one of yours.
Go on.
Mine's in You'll Be Found. There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown.
Oh my gosh, everybody needs to see this.
And every time that you call out, you're a little less
I
alone.
can't stop watching this.
I think it's just that's me. But I think
That's
I
nice.
think it's gorgeous. No, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
yeah,
That's nice.
If you speak about what's going on with someone, that people are going to be there for you, and they're going to hear you.
I know. There's a nice one in To Break in a Glove, which is more of a funny one, where Hal talks about a glove.
The baseball glove.
Yeah. And he says, some people say just use a microwave, but he goes, microwave!
So just use a microwave.
I love
It's
it.
great, it's lovely. So that's also a cast favourite.
Yeah.
We all love To Break in a Glove.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. But I'm going to ask for one more from each of you. A favorite line from your character, a line that you sing in the show.
Okay, Alana sings, no one deserves to be forgotten. And I think that's really sweet. Because that's true.
It is.
No one deserves to be forgotten,
That
right?
is exactly.
Everyone should feel included and loved and wanted and valued and welcomed. Right.
Thanks.
Thinking time.
You go next.
Ooh, well, mine it's definitely from Words Fail. Words Fail's my absolute favourite to sing.
You got a lot to pick from.
I think, God, if it's going from a purely selfish part of playing Evan, I think I love, after the big climax of the song, I like, what if everyone saw, what if everyone knew, would they like what they saw, or would they hate it too? And it's just, he's being so honest about, well, I hate myself and I hate these things that I've done and the true me that obviously has made me do all these things, and it's that came coming to reality in terms of the reality of well, since I hate myself, I'm sure that everyone else would feel the exact same way too.
Right.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
gorgeous.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Mine's from Good For You.
Ooh,
'Cause
what a tune.
It's good fun because you get to be a bit angry and a little bit,
Yeah, a little bit.
perhaps
Rossi.
unjustifiably having a go. And it's just pretty much the only bit that I get in it. And say what you need to say, and you play who you need to play, and if somebody's in your way, crush them and leave them behind. I love that one.
That's fun. Yeah.
Such a fun bit to sing.
Lovely.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
It's okay.
Amazing. And while you were singing your part, it just occurred to me that what Dear Evan Hansen brings, given the whole plethora of musicals, in many musicals, they're each one is a metaphor for life, right? But sometimes the main character is a lion or a witch, right? But here it's so contemporary. When people come, there's not a lot of layers to go to sift through. It's immediate reality. It's a high school and it's contemporary.
Yeah.
And it goes straight into vulnerabilities we don't like to talk about. It's uncomfortable stuff. But the show just kind of seamlessly goes into these things.
Yes.
And yeah.
I think it's from the start, very, very beginning of the show. It's
It's a letter to himself.
yeah, it's a letter to himself, and you kind of start in this real moment. It's I think it's that raw thing. It's he's I'm going to write this thing because he's sort of starting to lie about how it's going to be a great end. Then you start to see those real parts of himself sift through, and then I think also in the way that we've staged some of the scenes, I think the connection slowly gets built. Certain scenes we're just online, and then we're talking to each other a bit, and then the world sort of forms as the show goes on, and you feel yourself for me personally, especially in the couple of the dining room scenes later in the show, you really feel you're just sat there in this living room watching these people argue, and it's
Right.
yeah.
Right. Wonderful. please invite everyone to still catch Evan Hansen while they can, while you're still in town.
Until?
We're going until the 5th of October at the Theatre at Solaire. It's every night, Tuesday till Sunday, so no Monday nights, and then matinees on Saturday and Sunday. And usually on a matinee, you'll catch
This guy.
our star over here, Sonny Monaghan, playing Evan
Oh,
Hansen. Yes, if you want your world to be rocked,
Yes.
come and watch us.
Be there or be square.
Right. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Tom Dickerson, Sonny Monaghan, Olivia-Faith Kamau. Thank you for coming to Rappler. Good luck on the rest of your run.
thanks so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We are thrilled. It's been a joy. Thank you. And thank you for watching. Catch us again next time. This has been Rappler Talk. Bye.
Bye.